Hey, what's up, Logang? And today we'll be playing as a medieval freaking peasant in Minecraft. Make sure to... Oh, I just died from dysentery. Hey, what's up, my LB penises, and we're back to another episode of my Let's Play. Except this isn't a Let's Play, it's an educational YouTube video about medieval Europe. So let's get right into it. During Period 3, Europe was a lot more decentralized. Rulers relied on local authorities to govern lands that they cannot govern themselves due to their lack of bureaucratic infrastructure. To demonstrate this, I have this king, who is indeed quite beautiful, and he owns all of this land in purple. But he cannot control all of it, so he enlists the help of a vassal. The king gives this vassal a piece of land called a fief in return of military aid and loyalty. But even vassals have their own vassals. Right here we have a feudal hierarchy which dictates on society, and on the bottom we have the peasantry. They smell and they suck. Most of them are serfs living on agricultural estates called manors. They get protections from the landlord owning the manor, and in return they give up a portion of their agricultural production as taxes. Here we have the knight. Knights are the military class who are granted fiefs from their overlord in exchange for military service and loyalty. This is the nobility. The nobility are landowners lesser than that of the ruler. They gain fiefs and autonomy from the ruler in exchange for loyalty and military aid. And on the top we have the ruler himself. The ruler is on the top of the feudal hierarchy, and everyone else below him are his subjects, but he's not as powerful as he seems, as due to the decentralized nature of feudalism, the vassals are quite powerful and cannot resist the authority of the ruler with their own militaries. Now we return to the next part of our epic Let's Play, or educational YouTube video. The third period saw the rise of importance of Christianity and its division amongst East and West. In 1054 AD marked the splitting of Christianity between the true Orthodox faith and the heretics and their pope. And you could just take this time to marvel at my poorly made Catholic cross. So it basically went like this. Pope Leo was like, "You're excommunicated," but Patriarch Michael was like, "No, you." And that's how the schism was born. It was between issues that divided the churches, such as what kind of bread to use in the celebration of Last Supper, and whether priests should remain celibate, and the legitimacy of the Pope. During Period 3, Christianity has gained influence in societies of Europe. Christianity gave rulers legitimacy through divine right. Education has become heavily influenced by Christianity, with the creation of monastic schools and university, and the prominence of theology. The Catholic Church had a large influence in medieval communities, as the clergy were the only few who could read the Bible, which was in Latin at the time. During Period 3, Christianity had spread throughout Europe. Orthodox Christianity spread to the Serbs, Bulgarians, Romanians, and Russians, while the Catholic Church spread to Northern Europe, to the Western Slavs, English, Germans, Scandinavians, Hungarians, and Croats. While most of the spread of Christianity was peaceful, there is an exception with the Baltic Crusades, which was a military campaign by German military orders in order to convert the Baltics to Christianity. And to simulate this, we have this Teutonic Knight. Isn't he great? Now let's summon some pagans for this guy to kill. Or allegedly kill. He ain't doing shit. Oh wow, good for him. Well, even though these military campaigns are, violent, it doesn't matter because pagans aren't real people anyways. Let's summon some more just for fun. Now we proceed with this Creeper, King Creeper the 12th. go on to our next section. Now I'll show you some epic medieval states in Minecraft. Starting here, we have the Byzantine Empire, a remnant of the Roman Empire after its western half collapsed in 486 AD. The Byzantine Empire ruled over Anatolia and the Balkans, centered around its capital of Constantinople. The Byzantine state was ruled by a bureaucracy inherited from the Roman Empire and was more centralized than the other states of Europe at the time. The Byzantine Empire was Orthodox Christian, and the Patriarch gets approved by the Emperor. And the empire had reached its peak at 534 AD when Emperor Justinian the Great conquered 75% of the Roman Empire's territory. Here we have Emperor Justinian right here, and he's a skeleton because he's dead. Speaking of dead things, the empire fell in 1453 AD when the Ottomans conquered it, and at the time the Byzantine Empire was just a city-state centering on Constantinople. So yeah, you have to go Justinian. Next we have the Frankish Empire. The Frankish Empire was a feudal kingdom founded by Germanic peoples called the Franks, though you wouldn't figure that out based on its name. The Frankish Empire, also known as the Carolingian Empire, reigned over most of Western Europe. Unlike the Byzantine Empire, the Frankish Empire was decentralized and Catholic. The empire was divided into kingdoms, and one of the kings would be emperor. Though he is the emperor, he really only controlled the territories within his kingdom. The empire grew to its fullest extent under the rule of Charlemagne, who was a man of quite stature, being 6'4". He was crowned the Emperor of Rome by the Pope, and was known as the Father of Europe, or in layman's terms, the Daddy of Europe. And the Carolingian Empire fell after it was split into 3 kingdoms after Charlemagne's death. And speaking of death, next we have the Kievan Rus. The Kievan Rus was a confederation of Eastern Slavs located in parts of modern-day Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. It was founded by the Viking Rurikid dynasty and was the first organized state to appear in Russia. Vladimir the Great was the king who made Orthodox Christianity the state religion in Russia. And here we have Vladimir the Great. But note, in real life he couldn't fly. When Vladimir was presented with the option of Islam as a religion, he rejected it, as Islam prohibits the drinking of alcohol, and what would be Russians without alcohol? The Kievan Rus fell after the Mongol invasions. After the Mongols did their raping and pillaging, they subjugated the Russian principalities under the Tartar yoke. This said yoke isolated Russia from the rest of Europe, making them lag behind from technological and social innovations. And yeah, I won't be able to kill him, he's just going to fly around. Lastly, we have the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire was a collection of German states unified under the emperor, who was elected by prince-electors. Though the Holy Roman Empire was originally created by Charlemagne when the Pope crowned him the Emperor of Rome, the Holy Roman Empire I'm talking about was the one created by Otto I. And here's Otto I. See? Oh crap, I forgot to remove his AI. Too bad he can't hurt me. The empire was mainly comprised of Germans, and of course is Catholic, and it was considered the first German Reich. The Holy Roman Empire will eventually fall because Napoleon just said, fuck that, to get rid of it. Now we proceed to the next part of our epic YouTube video by pressing this button. Period 3 marked demographic changes in Europe, including major migrations. During Period 3, the Slavs migrated throughout Eastern Europe from their homeland in Ukraine. During the fall of the Roman Empire, Germans migrated throughout the Roman Empire and set up barbarian kingdoms, like the Frankish Empire discussed earlier. After the migration period, the Germans continued to migrate east towards the Baltics and Poland. Here we have the Hungarians. Originating from the Urals, Hungarians migrated into the Carpathian Basin and created a kingdom of the same name, Hungary. Let's go to additional demographic changes. During 1300 and 1850, a climate event called the Little Ice Age occurred, cooling the climate of Europe. This caused crops to fail and the peasants to get uppity. And you see, where crops are frozen, now you will die because you'll starve. Good luck. We got the demographic change we have all been waiting for. The Black Plague. Oh, that was a disappointing landing. Anyways, it originated in China, and the bubonic plague was spread by trade and the Mongols. It was spread by fleas, who were transported by rats, and in the unhygienic environments of Europe, it spread rapidly. A third of Europe's population died, and to simulate the Black Death, I've created this Black Death simulator. So let's get our villagers out here and kill them. We got some Black Plague. It's going to die. Oh, none of them. Y'all disappointed me. Y'all gonna die. Now, we have this switch that says free diamonds. Oh boy. Now I'll proceed to press this switch for free diamonds. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I got Nanade right there.